Hello and welcome to Kim Reacts, your daily dose of anime reaction videos. I'm Kim and today we are going to be watching the episode 2 of Overlord Season 2. And my reaction to episode 3 is also now available on Patreon for early access just in case you want to watch it now and support my channel as well. And if this is your first time here and you like watching anime reaction videos, consider subscribing. I upload anime reaction videos every day. So, last episode we were shown new characters from the Black Scriptures. A cool looking girl who seems to be undefeated and a knight. And they seem to be strong, but I guess they have introduced a lot of characters from the season 1 that seem strong but still fall short in terms of power with the people from Nazareth, from the Guild of Ainz. And just like how One Punch Man introduces cool heroes and villains, then flops when faced with Saitama. But I guess we will see later on. And after rewatching the episode 1, I noticed some new interesting things. The cool looking girl with the scythe was playing with a Rubik's Cube, which means that that thing came from the real world. And they mentioned that 600 years ago, it came with the 6 great gods, and I think they introduced that toy to that world. And these 6 great gods might possibly 6 previous players from Yggdrasil that came to their world. But another interesting thing is that they came 600 years ago. So maybe the time period between the real world and that world is kinda, there's a big difference. Just like maybe a 1 day is compared to 1 year or 10 years in that world. Also, that I'm guessing that these 6 great gods might be related to the 5 or 6 dragon rulers from the northern country that Ainz mentioned when he was strategizing with Albedo. And they also mentioned the 2 officers from the Black Scriptures, the girl and the knight. They mentioned that the mission of the 8th and 9th seat of the Black Scriptures was to subjugate the Catastrophe Dragon Warrior. But instead, they've encountered Shaltir, and Shaltir wiped them out. And I think there's one person that survived from the Black Scriptures, but he or she was severely injured. And the next scene was a dragon and the woman was having a conversation. Also, I noticed that the woman who was speaking to the dragon sounds the same with Goku. I'm not sure if they are exactly the same. They sound exactly the same. But if you do, just let me know if the voice actor of Goku and that woman Rigrit is the same. So they were having a conversation between I think they're inside a guild like structure, just like the Nazareth. And the woman also mentioned that Tsa, the dragon, was constraining himself for a reason, and he might be the most powerful being in that world. But he disagrees because he encountered Shaltir, and he said that it seems that that's not the case. He's not the most powerful being, that there is another power that is involved might that is stronger than him. He believes that. And but first but what is it but I think he's still very strong, because he encountered Shaltir and he survived that. And Ainz has been able to defeat Shaltir because he was prepared. But if he wasn't, I don't think he would survive fighting Shaltir head on, because I think that was mentioned from the season 1 last episode that the odds is 7:3. So I think this dragon guy, Tsa, would really is really strong, and I think he would fare against Ainz. And the most surprising thing, the thing that shocked me the most from the last episode was this Tsa, I believe, is a player from Yggdrasil. And he also mentioned that a power is in motion to corrupt the world again. That means someone or something has corrupted that world from before. And I wonder if the one he is mentioning is Ainz, or the one that used a world level item that mind controlled Shaltir. And it might also be related to the 6 great gods of that the Black Scriptures officers mentioned earlier in the episode 1. And I think they are the ones who gave the skills and items from Yggdrasil. And I also noticed that the woman, Rigrit, the one that was having a conversation with the dragon, has a ring that I think that Tsa, the dragon, gave to her. And he mentioned that it is gone, and he asked her to whom did she gave it to. And I think it is now in the hands of Gazef Stronov, the royal head warrior of Riestes kingdom, and he is also considered as one of the greatest warrior in that kingdom. And maybe she is the mentor or master of Gazef. That's why Gazef has that ring. And maybe that ring is also another item from Yggdrasil, and it might be a teleportation ring in that Dragon's Guild. And the Restis Kingdom's Council is preparing, strategizing against the Baharut Empire's invasion, and also their king is considering to meet with Ainz to thank him for saving Gazef, which might also foreshadow that Ainz and the Restis kingdom would make an alliance, and Ainz might assist them. And because Ainz has already assisted and helped the Karn village. So I think it is also possible that he might help the Reestes kingdom as well. And I think what is interesting, what is I think it would be interesting if Ainz would create an alliance with the Reestes kingdom, because I think the other players from Yggdrasil is backing up and supporting other countries that is around the Reestes kingdom, which would really would become a war of strategies among the players from Yggdrasil, which I think would be really cool and interesting way. And also in the last part, Ainz was preparing for their defenses on Nazarick. I think one of their strategies was to create a dummy of Nazarick in one of the locations on Reestes. And another thing is that they have parchment production in order to create more scrolls for items. And I think he's also exploring and doing quests to learn more about that world. And Cocytus is the one, Cocytus is the one who's preparing the assault for the lizardmen's village. So he's all wrapping this up, and Albedo is giving him advice on how they should prepare against all possible threats that is to come. And we also had the glimpse of the lizardsman village, and I think we will see more of them, their lifestyle, their way of life. But I think that is kind of I feel pity on them, because I think because the plan of Ainz is to turn them into an undead army. So that is highly likely to happen. And also, I think one of the lizard men might be involved with the Black Scriptures, or a player from Yggdrasil. So that's pretty much it. What I could say from about the episode 1. And also, if you think I had missed out important things from the last episode, just leave a comment down below. And I also would like to thank you guys for giving me information and more details and explanation on the recent events from the last episodes that I have reacted to, which gives me more understanding of certain things regarding Ainz and his guardians. So without further ado, let's start watching the episode 2 of Overlord Season 2. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so we're starting right off with the declaration of war of Nazareth to the Lizardmen's village. I wonder how these Lizardmen would 8 days from this day. Oh, maybe this is 8 days. They are giving them some leeway, preparing for 8 days.
あれはおそらく第4位階魔法コントロールクラウドじゃ。
第4位階。
強大な魔
I wonder how these Lizardmen would fare against the Guardians of Ainz. But I think these Lizardmen are a lot more powerful compared to humans.
奴は8日後と言った。時間はあるのだから。
But I wonder why 8 days.
逃げるか戦うかならば。選ぶ
Oh, so
アリウス、旅人のお主が口
they are giving
ではない。この場にいさせて
them a chance to escape?
今知識あるすべての者たちを参加させているのだ。旅人の意見も聞かなくてはおかしかろう。
しかし族長、お主の弟だからといって特別扱いは。
知識ある者の言葉を聞かぬのは愚か者のすることじゃ。
あのフロストペインの所有者
Frost Pain.
聞かぬ戦士はおらん。それで理由はそれしか道はない。
勝てるのか。
勝てるとも。いや、今のままでは勝算が引くから。どういうことなのだ。相手はこちらの戦力を知っているからあのような態度をとっているのだ。ならば相手の計算を狂わす必要がある。皆、かつての戦いを覚えているな。無論だ。
忘れることなどできん。
かつてこの湿地には7つの部族がいた。俺たちの一族、グリーンクロー、狩猟を得意とするスモールファング、全部族一の防御力を有するレーザーテイル、戦を好むドラゴンタスク、本剣派のイエロースペクトル、剣の技に秀でたシャープエッジ、祭祀の才能を持つ者が多いレッドアイ。主食の不良が続き、どの部族も食料をめぐって争うようになった
So
数年前。
he plans to reunite all
俺たちとスモールファングレーザーテイル
the Lizard clan.
の二部族の総力戦へと発展していった。結果俺たちは勝利を収め、負けた二部族は争いに参加しなかったドラゴンタスクに吸収された。それがどうした。奴はこの村は2番目と言った。ならば他の部族も順番に滅ぼすつもりなのではないか。奴らが攻めてくる前に
Oh,
部族と手を組み一斉に迎え撃つのか。かつての盟友スモールファングとレーザーテールならば再び同盟を結んでくれるじゃろう。間違えないでほしい。俺が言いたいのは全部の部族とだ。族長、ドラゴンタスクとレッドアイとも同盟を結ぶことを提案するぞ。無理じゃ。
ドラゴンタスクには先の戦いに負けた二部族の生き残りもおる。わしらとの同盟などありえん。
レッドアイとも交流は一切ない。難しいのではないか。五部族連合か。わかった。その二部族、誰が死者となる。俺が行こう。旅人。
maybe this alliance would
旅人だからと話を聞かない相手ならば組むに値しない。族長の印を持たす。
would pose a big challenge to Cocytus, the one who will be doing the assault on this Lizardsman village. I think that I forget the name. Frost Pain. is an item from Yggdrasil.
俺はお前が族長になるべきだったと思っていたぞ。魚の養殖法を学んでこられたのは兄者が旅人となることを許してくれたからだ。それを何を今更。お前ならばこの村にいてもできただろうよ。お前のような聡明な男こそこの村を背負って立つべきだったのだ。兄者。それで本当にあれだけがお前の狙いか。何を言う。何が言いたい。かつての戦いは部族間の小競り合いがなくなり、我々の数が増えたこともまた原因の一つだったのだろう。兄者、それぐらいにすべきだ。それしかなかろう。かつての戦いを繰り返さぬためには。ならば、もし他の部族が同盟を拒否した時はどうするのだ。その時は最初に潰す。同族を滅ぼすというのか。兄者、分かっているとも。部族の存続、それを上に立つ者が考えなくてどうするのだ。ロロロ。出かけよう。それで兄者、人数はどうする。戦士階級10、狩猟20、妻子3、オス70、メス100、子供多少というところだな。了解した。場合によってはその人数を交渉の道具とさせてくれ。
Wow. A Hydra.
大きくなったな。拾った時はかなり小さかったのだがな。あまり信じられんな。お前がこいつを連れて村に戻ってきた時にはすでにかなりの大きさだったしな。無事で帰ってこい。無茶はするなよ。当然だ。全て完璧にこなして帰ってくるとしよう。待っていてくれ、兄者。
Oh, we're now back in Nazareth. Demiurge. He was the one preparing the parchment production for these scrolls.
なるほど。ところでクレア君、羊女子の君がここまで来るというのは珍しいね。セバス様がいらっしゃらないので、私がその分も働かないといけません。それでアルベド様と詳細な打ち合わせを行っていたところです。そうだね。彼がいない以上、ナザリックの第9階層は君の手腕にかかってくるとも。全くです。この私がナザリック地下大地を支配する時のため、しっかりと働く。
Wow.
そうだとも頑張ってくれたまえ。君の想像したるアンコロモッチモチ様はそう我と君を作ったのだからね。それでそのために何を最初にするつもりかね。掃除ですね。ナザリックにこの私以上丁寧な掃除のできる者はおりません。トイレ掃除をすれば電気を舐められるほどですとも。素晴らしい。
Yep, outstanding. They're showing a lot more to the Lizardsmen village. Think this would make us more empathize with them, sympathize with them. Yes. They are letting us know to they are letting us understand more of the culture and lifestyle of the different tribes of the Lizardmen.
ここだ。部族をまとめ上げる者は1対1の話し合いを望んでいる。
ほう。俺はグリーンクロー族のザリウス使者。部屋に入らせていただく。
Oh, a woman. A girl lizard. Female lizard. Thank you for coming. Oh, he knows her?
この実は異形に見えるようですね。どうしました？いいえ、私はレッドアイ族の族長代理を務めさせていただいているクルシュルールです。それで今回こちらに来られた理由をお尋ねしても？
Whoa.
敵は違う。本来であればそちらを先に済ませてからすべき話だと重々。
He fell in love in first.
自分の気持ちに嘘はつけん。
He fell in love with at first sight.
あ、いや、すまん。今の答えは後日聞かせてもらえれば構わない。
この白き体を恐れないとはさすがと言うべきですか？レッドアイでは時折私のようなアルビノが生まれてきます。そのものは長じて何らかの際、私の場合は祭司の力を発揮します。そのために族長に次ぐ権力を持つことになるのですが、
かの山脈にかかる雪のようだな。綺麗な色だ。
What is happening?
突然なんでですか？
人の俺というやつだ。それに今回の戦いで死ぬかもしれないから後悔のないようにな。
かの剣、フロストペインを持つお方が死ぬ覚悟を。
メッセージを持ってきたモンスターを見たか？
はい。
あいつは精神をかき乱す絶叫を放ち、魔法のかかってない武器での攻撃はほとんど無効化する。以前遭遇した時、俺は逃げるしかなかった。
私たちドルイドは一時的に剣に魔法を付与することができますが、
精神への攻撃を防げるのか？
抵抗力の強化であればほとんどの祭司が。ですが混乱から心を守ることができるのはこの部族では私だけです。
レッドアイ族は何番目と？
4番目と言われました。
そうか。それでそちらはどうするつもりなんだ？本音で話させてもらう。レッドアイ族は避難したとして見知らぬ場所で今と同じ生活が可能だと思うか？
難しいでしょうね。
ではもし周辺5部族も同じように避難した場合どうなると思う？食料も満足に取れず主食である魚が少なくなったら今度は5部族で殺し合うのか？
まさか勝てるかどうかわからない戦いをするなの？
そうだ。他部族も含めた口減らしも考えに入れている。クルシュルール、グリーンクロア、レッドアイに同盟を申し込む。もし拒絶されたらこの部族に対して最初に戦いを挑む必要が出てくる。
戦わずして逃げた部族は新天地で数的に優位となるのを避けるためですね。
それに同盟を結んでいれば敗北したとしても新天地で部族間が殺し合う可能性が低いのではと思っている。別の部族ではなく共に戦った仲間という認識に塗り替
So
え
he's preparing for the worst.
ところで先の戦いに参戦しなかったレッドアイはどうやってあの時期を乗り越えたのだ？
それを言う必要があるのですか？
聞かせてほしい。祭司の力か、それとももっと別の方法があるのか？もしかしたらそこに救いが。
ありませんよ。救いなんかありません。私たちが行ったのは同族軍。死んだ仲間を食らったのですよ。 私たちの部族でも同じように食料不足からかなりまずい状態になっていました。しかしある日、食料を持ってきたのです。真っ赤な肉を。その肉が何の肉か皆うすうすは承知していました。族長が肉を持ってくるのは決まって厳しい掟に違反した家族を追放した後でしたから、私たちは目をつむってその肉を食べていたのです。生き残るために。ただそんなことが長く続くわけがなく、やがて溜まった不満は一気に爆発し、反乱という形となって現れました。祭司として族長に次ぐ力を持っていた私が旗印となって族長に反旗を翻したわけです。村が2つに割れる戦いでしたが、数が多い私たちが勝利をつかむことができました。族長は最後まで降伏することなく無数の傷を受けて死んでいきました。そして最後のとどめを刺された瞬間、私に笑いかけたのです。あれは本当に綺麗な笑顔だった。族長の死によって再び部族はまとまりました。しかも数が減ったことにより食料事情の回復という大きな土産までついて、私たちは間違っていたのではないか、本当に正しかったのは現実を見据えて行動していた族長だったのではないか、その思いが消えないのです。
俺たちは全知でも全能でもない。俺だって同じ立場ならそうしたかもしれん。だが慰めは言いたくない。正しい答えなんかこの世にあるものか。ただ俺たちは歩くだけだ。後悔や苦悩で足の裏を傷だらけにしながら、お前も歩くしかない。そう俺は思う。
So food is one of the
どこが無様なんだ。それに道を
conflicts
傷つきながら、それでも
or problems in the Lizardman village.
豪華なオスに俺が見えたのか。お前は美しい。改めて聞こう。レッドアイはどのような方針を取る。
昨日の話し合いでは避難と決まっています。
では族長代理クルシュルールに問う。今も同じ考えか。お前が決めることだ。かつての族長が最後に笑いかけたのはお前にこの部族の未来を託したからだろう。ならば今こそその使命を果たすべきだ。
それでは伺います。どの程度避難民として逃がすおつもりなんですか。
戦士階級10、狩猟20、祭司3、オス70、メス100、子供若干目。
それ以外は。
場合によっては死んでもらう。
そうですか。
一つだけ言わせてほしい。俺たちは死ぬために戦うわけではない。勝つために戦うんだ。
ならば我々レッドアイもあなた方に協力しましょう。族長の笑顔を無意味なものにしないために。そして最も多くのレッドアイ族の者が生き残れるように。
感謝する。
Looks nice. He's preparing for the worst, but they're still not backing down. They're still going to fight, but they are letting the women, some few warriors, and priests to escape, to continue on their tribes.
ドラゴンタスク族のもとに向かうつもりだが、質問だ。
似合わないかしら。
似合うと言った方が良いのか。
まさか出歩くには太陽の光が辛いの。
同行するつもりか。
ドラゴンタスクって全部族で最大の武力を持っているそうじゃない。
ああ、だが交流のある部族でない以上詳しくは。
だったら私も一緒に行った方がいいわ。
危険だぞ。
危険じゃないところが今あるの。
平成ではないな。俺は。分かった。力を貸してもらうぞ、クリシュ。
了解したわ、ザリウス。任せてちょうだい。そしてこれが転移系のスクロールとメッセージのスクロールです。ハインズ様からはデミウルゴス様の働きで手に入れられた革で作ったって聞いてます。使用して問題があったら報告してほしいっておっしゃられてました。
She sounds so cute.
理解した。これでまたデミウルゴスに差をつけられたな。
それと、この戦いの結果を
Oh.
この場で見届けるようにってご指示をいただいております。
承知した。しかと見届けてほしい。至高の御方に捧げる絶対なる勝利を。
She seems like a cockroach. So we're seeing the two sides of the
俺はザリウス社者グリーンクロー族の代表としてこの地に来た。族長と話がしたい。
私はレッドアイ族族長代理クルシュルール。同じく族長に会いに来ました。
よく来たじゃねえか。フロストペインの持ち主と、そっちはもしかして植物系モンスターか。
違います。
冗談を本気にするな、めんどくせえ。俺はドラゴンタスク族長ゼンベルググルだ。ゼンベルでいいぜ。こちらもザリウスで構わない。それでお前の言いたいことは予想がつく。だが俺らが信じるは強者のみ。剣を取りな。
Okay, so that was the end of the episode, and we get to see two sides of the participants of the upcoming war between Lizardmen and Cocytus, Nazarick. And now in this episode, it is more being focused more on the tribes of the Lizardmen, their culture, their history, that their tribes got into a war before, and I think two clans was almost wiped out. The Dragon Tusk tribe just absorbed them, and I think Zaryusu would be the main side character for this Lizardman's village. He would be able to reunite the tribes, and that they would be able to fight against the Cocytus, Ain's guardian. And I think the episode tries to make us a little bit empathize with the Lizardmen, and I think it is also possible that in the end, Ainz might consider forming a truce, or maybe an agreement with them, that maybe Ainz would provide their provisions for their food, because I think one of their major problems is that their shortage of food, and that they would be able only to survive in that location. So maybe Ainz would be able to negotiate with that, because I think the thing that he really needs is an army to protect Nazarick. But if not, it is highly likely that they would be wiped out by Ainz. But Zaryusu has also planned for the worst. He plans to make the women and children to take refuge in a different land, together with some warriors and priests that maybe would train the young generation later on. So he's planning for the worst and for the future as well. And the only problem that he is seeing is that the tribes are not united, and that those refugees might also create a conflict and start another tribe war. So we only get to see a glimpse of the Nazarick, and I think we didn't see Ainz here. I think he's in a quest again. And Cocytus is slowly preparing for the war. And I think they gave the Lizardmen's village 8 days to prepare before the war. Also, it is also giving them a chance to escape, to let the women and children to escape before. I think maybe Ainz instructed that, so they would avoid killing the women and children, and that the only ones who will take part of the war are the warriors of the Lizardmen. So that's pretty much it from my reaction. And how about you guys? What are your thoughts on this episode? Just leave a comment down below and let me know, and we could discuss anything about this episode. And if you enjoyed watching my reaction video, just click the like button down below. And if you want to see more of my reaction videos, consider subscribing. And if you want to see the next episode, the episode 3, my reaction to episode 3, you could watch it now on my Patreon for early access. And it would also help support my channel as well, and I would really appreciate it. And you could check it out on the link on the description down below. And thanks for watching, and see you on my next reaction video.